Good day, guys. Just wanted to bring you another forecast on Bitcoin and where the next big drop on Bitcoin will come. Okay, so we're looking out for the next big crash on Bitcoin. Now, initially, I forecasted that we are possibly getting a flat pattern or a diagonal pattern in this area here. Okay. So I looked at this as 1, 2, 3 for the flat and one more down. All right. This one did not go very far. So this wave ended here. And then I forecasted that we can possibly be looking at this as a diagonal where we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we go down. Okay. That is still a possibility, as this could be our first wave to the downside, and this is our correction here. And this is the wave here that's going to be taking us to the downside if this is a diagonal. All right. Now, I'm looking at this as possibly being a three-wave correction. Let me just show you what I'm looking at here. Just shrink this a bit. All right. I'm possibly looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, and this is our last wave, making this the fifth wave. And this is the correction here. Okay, this is the correction that's going to give us more downside. So this could be 1, and this is 1, 2, 3, and then we get one more up before we drop. All right. So it's either this one could become, this is one wave down. This is 1, 2, 3, and then we get this being a truncation and we drop. Things like that does happen on Bitcoin. Or this is just the 1, this is 2, and this is the third wave of this correction here. And then we get one more up, making it a measured move of this one here for more downside. Now, this next leg does not necessarily have to be a measured move. Okay, it could take on a formation of its own and still signal drop for the downside. All right, so let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. All right, so on the 1 hour time frame, it looks like we're possibly getting a correction here. This looks like it's becoming a correction for downside. So there is a possibility that we are looking at this as 1, and this is 1, 2, 3, a correction, another down, and this is another correction here for one more wave to the downside, making this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, before we reverse to the upside or get a correction for downside. Now, let's put the drawings back on. All right, so what I'll be expecting, what I'm more in favor of, is for price coming back to these lows. I expect that it would break these lows, so it could come down in a manner sort of, if it's going to be going back to the upside, it could come down sort of correctively, sorry. It could come down correctively, get to this area. My chart seems a bit slow today. Okay, get to this area here, and then we can see a pulse back to the upside, get a correction, and then we continue moving to the upside. It could even evolve and become more corrective, like going sideways like this, creating some sort of a ending pattern. Creating an ending pattern before the big drop. Okay, we can't see much over here because, yes, so let me just bring this chart over. All right, yes, start going sideways here before we get a big drop. I'm expecting that this fractal trend, this fractal channel, we can call it a channel now, these fractal trends would be what keeps price controlled and bring price to the downside. Okay, so I'm looking forward to this fractal trend holding the price and keeping it bearish for now. Okay, and if price continues moving down within this fractal trend, once it breaks to the upside, we can expect that Bitcoin would become bullish. All right, so we'll see how that develops. I'll keep you guys posted as we go along. Okay, so As of now, what I'm expecting is to get to this area and move up before we come to the downside. Okay, so once this three-wave pattern plays out, you need to start becoming bearish on Bitcoin. All right, if it breaks out in this correction, it could just simply mean that this fractal is not going to hold and Bitcoin is just moving up for a bigger corrective cycle. Okay, and once it moves up for a bigger corrective cycle, all you need to do is trend the correction, and sell the break. Okay, so we'll see how that plays out. All right, let me see here and make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I'm not sure if I showed you a forecast for if it's going to be coming to the downside. All right. So if it's going to be coming to the downside, we need to look for it to come down aggressively and then give us a correction like this. Okay, and then move to the downside. All right, and if it does that, I'm still not expecting it to break through the fractal trend. It could come here, bounce, and then just continue becoming corrective, get back to this area, then continue coming down. So I'm expecting that the fractal trend will keep the price of Bitcoin controlled. All right, so we just need to look out for this one. I'll keep you guys posted as we go along. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. I'll keep you posted. Bye-bye for now.